Om. Understanding Mars is very important to understand our chart. Mars is the energy of our chart. The placement of Mars shows that where will we use our energy. Mars is our sex potential, our anger, energy, action, land, and conflict. It has dual role, one of protection and the other of destruction. It can make a person soldier as well as a terrorist. If Mars is placed in the 10th house, it can offer us job in armed forces, works related to land, firefighting or surgeon, kundalini, pranic or chakra healing, chakra balancing, professions related to energy, that is Reiki, etc., falls in the domain of Mars. Mars is Karka of litigation, sports, electrical jobs and objects, bodybuilding, wrestling, physiotherapist, etc. For Vastu related issues, we should check the relation of 10th house with Saturn. People having Mars in 10th house will be action oriented in their profession. They are doers and immediately act on receiving the work. Mars is also the planet of disputes and conflict, and therefore can give conflicts at workplace. They have enemies in their profession and others have enmity towards them. Mars makes us physically active. Therefore, our age cannot be judged from our faces, and we look younger than our age. Mars in 10th house is like a king in an ant's house. So, Mars is protector as well as destroyer. 4th and 8th aspects are its special aspects. Its 4th aspect protects the things associated with it, with the house which it is aspecting. And if there is some disturbance to the significations or karaktattvas of that house, will make us aggressive and conflict will start. That is, the house which is protected by Mars, it also makes Mars aggressive for the significations of that house if they are disturbed and leads to conflicts and fights. Mars in first house aspects fourth house by fourth aspect, that is, we will be protector of our family. In second house, it aspects fifth house by fourth aspect, that is, we will protect our kids. In third house, it aspects the sixth house by fourth aspect, and we will protect our services. In fourth house, it aspects the seventh house by fourth aspect, and we will protect our partner. In fifth house, it aspects eighth house by fourth aspect, and we will protect our in-laws. In sixth house, it aspects ninth house by fourth aspect, and we will protect our guru and father. In seventh house, it aspects 10th house by fourth aspect, and we will protect our profession, status, and personality. In 8th house, it aspects the 11th house by 4th aspect, and we will protect our social circle, friends, and elder siblings. In 9th house, it aspects 12th house by 4th aspect, and we will protect our investment and expenditure. In 10th house, it aspects 1st house by 4th aspect, and we will protect our body, health, and personality. In 11th house, it aspects the 2nd house by 4th aspect, and we will protect our family and wealth. Mars in 12th house aspects 3rd house by 4th aspect, that is, we will protect our documentation and younger siblings. And if these significations are disturbed, we will become aggressive and will try to protect these significations. The 8th house is of transformation and change. The house which receives 8th aspect of Mars requires transformation or change in that area. Otherwise, it will offer pain and problems if we don't change our attitude towards those things. 8th aspect on first house needs change or transformation towards health and personality. On second house, it requires change in attitude towards family, speech, and wealth. In third house, it requires change in our way of communication and documentation. In fourth house, it requires change in attitude towards mother and domestic atmosphere. In fifth, change in attitude towards education and progeny. And in sixth, it requires change in attitude towards enemies, disputes, and diseases. As a remedy, in sixth house, we should stop taking heavy loans. On seventh house, it requires change in attitude towards partner or spouse. In eighth house, it requires change in attitude towards involves, and we need a problem-solving aptitude. In ninth house, it requires change in attitude towards father, teachers, and religion. In 10th, towards profession. In 11th, towards friend and social circle, and in 12th towards expenditure, investment, and hidden enemies. It can destroy the house and can make us pure due to lack of knowledge to make expenditure. If it is in 12th house. So we have to change our attitude towards the house which receives 8th aspect of the Mars. The energy of malefics, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Mars get controlled when they are placed in Upachya houses, that is 3rd, 6th, 10th and 11th house. Placement of Mars in 1st, 4th, 7th, 8th, 12th creates Manglik Dosha. Mars in 3rd house gives energy for efforts. In 6th, it gives energy to fight enemies. In 10th, it gives energy for profession or work. In 11th, it gives us energy for fulfilling our desires. Whenever Mars aspects Lagna, it transfers all its energy and Kark Tattvas into native's personality. Mars in constructive role is Lord Hanuman and in destructive role is Bhasmasur. The energy of Mars is Mercury, Narayan. So whenever there are problems related to Mars in its Dasha or Antardasha, we should chant Om Namo Narayane, and only Narayan will save us. We'll keep sharing more. Hari Om Tat Sat.